A person from Qatar, obsessed with aliens, decided to live like them. And it wasn't just an impossible wish of his, but rather he tried to achieve it to the extent that he removed both of his ears, injected ink into his eyes, implanted very strange things under the skin of his head, and made himself look completely different from normal humans and considered himself finished. From the extraterrestrials, let's find out who did this. But before anything, give us a like for this video, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notification bell so you receive all updates. Let's start today's episode. The hero of our story today, whom the viewer wants, is a Frenchman in his 30s named Anthony Lofredo. Anthony used to work as a guard in a company, but he resigned due to his extreme madness and admiration. With extraterrestrials, he loved their appearance and way of life, according to what some media outlets report. His admiration for them reached to the point that he decided to make very strange transformations to his body while he was in France. The viewer wants he tried to undergo body modification surgeries, and the surgery he was going to do there involved removing his nose, but he found that such operations not legal in France, so he immediately traveled to Spain, and there he had the operation he had dreamed of. He didn't stop at that, because shortly afterward he underwent other operations. He split his tongue in two and dyed it green, covered his face and his entire body with tattoos, and injected ink into the whites of his eyes, which risked blinding him, yet he went through with it and split his upper lip in two. Right after, he traveled to Mexico, and there he did a procedure on his fingers and altered two fingers on his left hand into an unusual shape, so much so that there were protruding parts. Anthony started wanting viewers to experience his life in this strange way, and he spent a lot of money at that time to transform his body. In this strange way, Anthony Lofredo indeed appeared to people with his new and terrifying look and announced that he was not human but aligned with aliens. He became known throughout Europe as Black Alien, or of course the Alien Man. The most important thing for him now is to maintain his fitness and walk in the way aliens do, and he believes, of course, that his departure from Earth would be from Egypt, specifically from the pyramids, because he believes, of course, that the pyramids in Egypt are considered spacecraft. And one day, he will board this craft and return with it to the original homeland, which he imagines, of course, to be on another planet, not Earth. The strange one wants the viewer to know that Anthony's mother, she really encourages him in what he's doing, and she also walks alongside him in every step he takes in this matter. She even says that he has become an extraterrestrial being, with 43%, which is, of course, very strange. I also want to tell you that Anthony himself is very happy with what he's doing, even though there are, of course, a lot of criticisms. Why? Because he believes that those criticizing him don't understand anything at all and are unaware that he lives in utmost happiness, because he has never felt any fear or hesitation about this subject and considers himself the happiest person in the world. All of it. And that he has an opportunity not many people have, which is to live the exact life he wants, and of course, other people's opinions or any other criticisms directed at him don't matter. I want to tell you, I want the viewer to know that he has become very famous in Europe on social media. And he has a lot of followers on his social media accounts. Only on Instagram, he has about 230,000 followers. Can you imagine? Now he practically lives with people on Insta and shares everything about himself with them. Once, he shared a picture of his hand after a finger amputation and many other pictures, like two halves of a tooth. And he cut his upper lips and always tries to convey to his followers that he is living in the highest degree of contentment and happiness. But despite all of that, in some of his private press meetings, he said he suffers greatly when speaking, especially after cutting his upper lips. You see, even though what Anthony does is really strange for humans, a person cannot live in happiness except in the form that God created them in. And I want to tell you that up until now, questions about the existence of extraterrestrial beings on another planet other than Earth have no scientific evidence. So what Anthony is doing is truly strange and terrifying. So what is your opinion about all the operations Anthony has done on his body appearance? Are you in favor of these things? Write your opinion in the comments under this video. And I hope you give us a like for the video and subscribe to us and activate the notification bell so you receive all the new content.